Okay, so Robotnik is a company that specializes in the manufacturing of mobile bases. And as I mentioned before, in this context of COVID emergency, this can be used as a vehicle. Okay. I'm sorry, but I don't manage to go, okay, here it is. So this technology is suitable for any kind of automation for the manipulation of systems like the one that the colleagues just presented. That's to say, for the disinfection of some areas, to carry these vaporizers, for example, or UV systems, we can embark them in the mobile base. And a very important issue is that in this context of lockdown, we have seen that the automation is fundamental, because the more automated the processes are, the more efficient they become. So basically, Robotnik has been active in the robotics industry for 20 years almost, since 2002. And from the beginning, we have taken part in many European projects that implied some developments. And this makes us quite experts in the field of customization of solutions, like in this context of post-COVID era. As you can see, those are examples of what we can build. It's always a mobile base, and on top we can either embark or embed a mobile cobot, robotic arm, which can work in a collaborative environment. This is very important for a hospital, for example, because this kind of robots, the main aspect is the safety. We don't want anyone to get hurt. These robots are big. They are moving very high payloads, and we need them to be safe. So to go to the point, in the context that we are treating, I will show a video of a project that we developed in a big hospital here in Valencia. In this case, it was for intralogistics, for the laundry removal, and the fact is that we can enhance these same solutions for many other applications, like for example the disinfection tasks, transport of food, transport of patients. In any case, we must treat always those applications as a project, as a specific project, okay? Because every case and every hospital are different, so we must work upon layouts and develop customize the solutions. The fact is that the robots are completely autonomous, and they work upon free navigation, what we call SLAM navigation. That means that we don't need to implement any philo-guided system. We don't need to build anything in the existing environment of the hospital, so we don't bother the activity of the hospital. We just put the robot there, and we build up the map. And once the layout is built, we are able to move that fleet of robots from any point to any destination. We can also implement, for example, these kind of systems, we can implement, for example, these kind of systems with several arms to interact with the patients, okay? For disinfection, most of all. This is something that we have been working lately since the COVID emergency appeared, and it is almost ready for use, for commercial use. So as you can see, this is a very efficient system, and it comes from a project, from a European project called Indoors that we took part in some years ago for the integration of electronic diagnostic module with non-invasive sensors. So at the end, this is an interface. What we deliver, what we can provide is an interface so that we can remotely interact with a patient, for example, for the testing, to keep the samples, and to work within the hospital safely, and automating many processes that don't require necessarily a human to be performed. So let's go back to the video of the project of the hospital here in La Fe in Valencia, so that you can see how the robots worked. Even if you see in the floor those lines are just indicative for the operators and for the staff of the hospital to have in mind where the paths and the routes of the robots were. But the robot is working upon LiDAR, so it is fully autonomous. It can use also the resources of the hospital, like the lifts, for example, as you can see here. So the robot would call to the lift, await for the lift to arrive to the story and enter. Everything is automated. If you have some questions, I can see that Esmeralda has some questions. Go ahead, or if you want there afterwards, we can solve any questions you might have. So this is basically what we do, and again, it's just a tool for the many applications that our colleagues are developing these days, and well, we are at your disposal for anything we can do. We can team up to customize any solution, and at the end, what we are doing is giving more mobility and maneuverability to the existing systems. So that's all.